Pay attention. I am aware that today is a negative day for XRP, and I am aware that a lot of you are concerned about it. A lot of you are sobbing, and a lot of you are asking why XRP has not yet reached a price of $100,000 per coin. It is clear to me, all right? We have certain dates, and I want to show you guys these dates, as well as explain what these exact dates actually signify. I want to show you what these dates actually mean. In case you happen to have missed it, the SEC is now delaying the decisions about the spot XRP ETF until the month of October. These are the final deadlines that have been set. This is the 18th of October for Grayscale, by the 19th of October for 21 shares. October 20th is the date for Bitwise, the 24th of October and the 25th of October, respectively, for Canary Capital and Wisdom Tree. So this is something that I believe a lot of you guys need to remind yourselves of. XRP exchange-traded funds are probably the largest catalyst that will actually be driving volume that we have received so far. Think about it. The SEC case ending was something that we all knew was going to happen. I don't know why people expected that to absolutely blow up the price of XRP overnight to $10 per coin. That was just unrealistic. Everyone was already aware that the case was coming to an end. The majority of the time, it was already priced in. Yes, we did experience a nice pump on that day, which was a 10% increase, while the rest of the market was basically flatlining. This is pretty solid stuff. However, the actual capital and liquidity that is going to be coming into XRP in the form of these ETFs is undoubtedly going to be insane. As a result, I started asking Grok a number of different questions just about the inflows that came in from XRP ETFs and what this means, how much volume we could potentially see, and how much volume came in total between all of these different companies for Bitcoin ETFs so that we could get a general idea. In addition, you can see that the overall amount of money that was brought in was somewhere in the range of $7 to $15 billion. Due to the fact that BlackRock alone had 20 billion inflows, the actual number is probably closer to roughly 20 billion. Grayscale was the only negative one right here with negative outflows, which may range anywhere from $1 to $5 billion. This is something that you can see right here. However, Grok believes that the number is somewhere between 7 and 15 billion. Due to the fact that I am aware that Grayscale's negative outflows were not approximately 5 billion, I am of the opinion that it is actually closer to 20 billion. Quite simply, it is far too high. To put it another way, Bitcoin received around 20 billion inflows, which is basically what it received. Having said that, I would also like to discuss the amount of money that was drawn to the market cap of Bitcoins during the time that spot ETFs were accessible, because this is perhaps the most essential thing. The snowball effect is present here. Yes, the volume is wonderful, but the most significant thing is how much retail adoption there is, how many more individuals are getting aware of Bitcoin, and any and all institutions that are now purchasing more Bitcoin because they see these exchange-traded funds, ETFs, genuinely becoming available. These are all items that are of utmost significance. When we take a look at the data that is accessible, we can see that the price of a single Bitcoin on January 1st, 2024, which was earlier than the time when these exchange-traded funds were just being created, was approximately $43,600. When we fast forward all the way to the present day, we are able to see that the growth of the market cap is just ridiculous. The total market capitalization of Bitcoin in January 2024 was less than 1,854,000. The market capitalization of Bitcoin is estimated to be $2.29 trillion on August 19th, 2025, with the price of $1 to $43 trillion in terms of market capitalization, which is equivalent to a rise of 168% for exchange-traded funds, ETFs, just from this time period. Additionally, I would like to draw your attention once more to the fact that this is only applicable to Bitcoin XRP at the same time period. Began trading at approximately 40 cents per coin and has since risen to the point where it is currently trading at a price that is very close to $3 per coin. As a result, rather than achieving a growth rate of 168%, we are looking at a growth rate that is approximately 6 times, or even slightly more than 6 times that of XRP. We are therefore looking at a growth rate of more than 600% for XRP. I let that to sink in. Taking into account the 40 cents, that is actually equivalent to a growth rate of 700%, pretty nearly. To put it simply, the fact that we are witnessing that at this very moment is totally incomprehensible. The current price of XRP is 291, as we can see. Leaving it at that would be the conclusion. That is around slightly more than 7 times the growth, or 700% growth. Another thing I want to bring to your attention is that exchange-traded funds, ETFs, for XRP have not even been introduced yet. And the consequences of the Ethereum exchange-traded funds are already being seen by us right now. The expansion of Ethereum has been nothing short of spectacular. It has been erupting in every possible way. It soared past $4,000 per coin, and I believe it even came dangerously close to $5,000 for a sliver of time. To put it another way, the price was skyrocketing to an all-time high. And yes, it has retraced a little bit, but after such a significant run, that is to be expected. As a result, I believe that this kind of perspective is incredibly necessary for a lot of you guys right now. In addition to that, there is a great deal of other activity that is taking place at the moment. Okay, and so we can see that we have just experienced a significant correction. Nevertheless, if you take a look at MicroStrategy, you will notice that they have just purchased Bitcoin for hundreds of millions of dollars. As we look at Sharplink Gaming, we see that they have recently purchased Ethereum worth a total of $667 million after this correction. Absolutely insane. In addition to that, Treasury Secretary Bessent has been making a great deal of declarations. He is claiming that things like crypto stablecoins would make it easier for billions of people all over the world to access currencies like the dollar. To put it another way, he is being completely straightforward when he says that billions of people are going to be utilizing stablecoins. And at the same time, Wyoming has made history by being the first state in the United States to introduce its very own stablecoin. All right, therefore, the states of the United States are launching their very own stablecoins. Stablecoins are being introduced by financial institutions. There is a steady coin market that is currently seeing stratospheric growth that is spiraling out of control. Additionally, we have our senior government officials here who are stating that it will be accessible to billions of people all around the world. This is going to be utilized by everyone. This is what the government desires. Stablecoins are effective in achieving the government's goal of encouraging individuals to purchase United States debt. They purchase treasury bills, which gives them the opportunity to earn enormous profits that you would never be able to obtain by simply keeping a fiat currency. It is an excellent model for a firm. Because of what you might not know, stablecoins and cryptocurrency are bringing about a permanent change in the financial sector and truly offering a great deal more utility and use cases. In addition to the fact that you receive something for keeping them as the issuer, they are truly backed by something. The entity that is responsible for issuing stablecoins is the one that receives the treasuries, as well as these bonds and the returns on those bonds. Therefore, this is the reason why the race for stablecoins is currently in full swing, and everyone is licking their lips in excitement to get some stablecoins. And yes, each and every one of these stablecoins will be run on top of a separate blockchain technology, whether it is Ethereum, the XRPL, Solana, or any other blockchain technology you can think of. They are going to be on one of these blockchains. Therefore, investing in blockchain technology means, in essence, investing in the future of the financial industry. Excited beyond measure about this. In my opinion, stablecoins are going to be quite popular in the future. What I believe is going to happen is that an increasing number of people will be investing in Bitcoin. This is just the beginning of its expansion from here on out. In addition, I believe that it is a mistake to look at the price of XRP right now and think to yourself, wow, this is a terrible thing to happen. I believe that I ought to just sell. It is a terrible thing. I believe that to be idiotic. I find that to be extremely ridiculous. However, that is merely my personal perspective. What you just said is in no way advice on finances. What I really want to do is present you guys the facts. Is that correct? This is exactly what is taking place at this very moment. And I am of the opinion that the expansion is going to be of a meteoric kind. Indeed, that is the belief that I hold. The price of XRP is currently $292. From my perspective, that appears to be a pretty good offer. Since I purchased it somewhere around this price, you can see that I actually purchased it over there beside my indication, as you can see right over here. To summarize, if you are interested in gaining access to my trades as soon as I make them, you are more than welcome to become a member of my community. Even if it's not all good, it will only take 10 minutes of your time, but it will most likely alter the course of your life forever. This is a very easy task. Sign up with BTCC right away to receive a 10% bonus on your initial deposit. The amount of money that they are donating to you people is really incredible. No, after you have deposited, you will need to submit your email address and exchange user ID, and then, boom, Bob will be your uncle. You can be found in my Discord server. I want to extend a warm greeting to you all and say that I want to see you all in there. Much love to you all. Rest in peace.